Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you because I'm 75% done with the coloring book and I cannot believe it. It is very fast after the 50% and I don't know what was happening with me this month because I colored a lot, really a lot in July, and I don't know when the video will be posted, if it will be for my vacation, if it will be during the vacation, and it might have some spoilers for the completed pages of July, or yeah, I don't know. We will see, right? You will know at the moment you are watching the video. But now, let's dive in. The beautiful coloring book, Mandalen by Maria Trolle. And yeah, it is a journey, really. It is a lot of fun, and I think the pages are beautiful. And yeah, I got a little list with some colors and where I'm at, and yeah. So most of the pages I colored with my Prismacolor pencils. They were great on the paper. I used some gel pen on the pages and some paint pens on the pages, and yeah, slowly I'm also filling in all those little elements on different pages to have fun. And yeah, the title page, I didn't add in my name. I think I will add in my name once I'm finished and then be done with the book. I think it's a nice closure thing to do. And I want to add something to the background, still don't know what, so I leave it this way. And this one, I'm really in love with this little sleeping mouse. I think it's so cute. I like the way that I've colored it. I think it's perfect. Let me zoom you in a little bit so we can see a little better, right? I like the colors, the natural look of it, and yeah, a beautiful one. For this one, I also use my Prismas with the Tuli art paint pen in the background. There is some shimmery paint for the mom. You can see the shine of it, and I think it's really suiting the page. This one is a spoiler, or it isn't, but it is a spoiler at the moment I'm filming this. It's a beautiful one. I'm in love with the color palette. I went for the same type of color palette, and I think it's really working together. The combination of colors, and yeah. For the background, I've used my new paint pens, the Molotov paint pens, and they are kind of streaky. I have to learn them a little better. I have to experiment more with them. For the nibs, there are different nibs, different materials. Some work better than others on the paper. So yeah, I will have a play with them more and see if I can change it in the future. But for now, I'm happy with the result. Yeah, this one was so much fun to color. I had really a lot of fun. I like it when there are multiple of the same items on the page and you can pick some colors and just sit there and zone out, and yeah, I liking it. It's really relaxing and there are a lot of pages like this in the book, so that might be the reason why I'm enjoying it so much. You also can see a lot of the same color combinations because yeah, I think it's fun. It's suiting the pages. I think it's working together, and yeah, I don't have to think about it, basically. It's just very relaxed. I think the little cat is very cute. I try to create some reflection of the water drops on the leaves. I'm not convinced it's very effective, but yeah, we learn and try and we fail, and yeah. This one I've colored when I didn't feel very inspired. It is the same as the cover of the book, and it was relaxed to color it, and it was okay to, yeah, copy something. I don't like it too often, but sometimes it's great to have a page like this in between your coloring. And because I am 75% in the book, you can see there are a lot of colored pages back to back, and it gives this great feeling. This background I've colored with a Tuli art or the Posca, might be the Posca paint pen. And I like the spring flower colors that I've used. Those soft pastel colors, the pinks, the yellows, the greens. I think it's really suiting the page. This one is more a simple page. I think it needs something in the background. And I still don't know what. So I leave it this way until I know what to do. And it might stay this way, but I don't know. I think it's just a little too simple compared to this one. For this one is a video, multiple videos, and I'm showing you every step and you can follow along if you like. And for this one I've used the same colors, the same techniques, and yeah. Also, I'm liking it. There's a Neo Color 2 background for this one. And I think this one don't need a background. I think it's okay the way it is, and I like the contrast together. And there's the first page that I didn't color yet, but I will keep it until the fall season because I think it's a really fall themed page. Right? So this is very similar to the page that we just seen in the front of the book, but this time they are together. I think it's a very cute page. I like the night scenes with the darker colors and makes me happy. This one is a fun one, and I think I talked about it before several times. And the color combinations for the background I got from the bookmark that was inside the book when I got it. I've colored it with the ball pencils, work great on the paper. Yeah, and I like it that I went for different colors for the flowers. The cat is very fluffy looking, and yeah, great page. This one is again with the paint pen for the background. And a lot of pinks and greens, and yeah, I think those are really my favorite colors in the book. And you can see the skin changing all the time. When I first started, it is already 2 years ago, I think. It might be in the front of the book. It's from 2021. So it's already 3 years ago that I started the book. It's taking a while and a lot of time to try to complete the book. This is a page that I'm not that happy with. I'm really not happy with the flowers. When I was coloring it, and I colored the leaves, it was a lot of work and it felt great. Then I added in all those blues and it still was great. And then I started the birds and I don't know. It lost something for me and I don't know how to fix it, so I leave it this way, but this is definitely not my favorite one. This one, I wanted to create something different. I go in a lot with the greens for the leaves, so I wanted a more magical page. So the blues and the purples, I think it's working very well, especially with a little dragon. Yeah, happy with it. This color palette, I'm in love with. I really think it's a beautiful palette for the fall season. And if I don't forget, I might want to use it again this year, this fall season, on different pages. Because I think the oranges and the browns and the greens and the beige color, I think, from the Posca working crate together. And I like the shimmery border from the gel pen. I've added the same border on this page, and I've used some of the same colors too. Yeah, tie it more together. I wish I went for a different color for the flowers. That's okay. I think it will be more pretty when they wear the red flowers. But I think the clovers in nature are this color. So yeah, this one, the tulip girl. I wanted to create something for King's Day, I think a few years ago, and I went in with those orangey tulips to Pris in the Netherlands. This, I call it last year while I was on vacation. I finished it off at home because it's a double page spread and I didn't have the time to finish it, but it really brings back great memories from my road trip through Sweden. And we will go there again this year. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. This one is a bright one and it's working for some reason. I don't know. There are some pages that has really muted colors, pastel colors, and those working great together. But the nature colors compared with the bright ones also working great. And I like the woodwork on the house combined with the greens on the roof and yeah, happy with it. I'm really surprised with it. So this one again with the paint pen. This is a Posca paint pen. Yeah, it's okay. I think this one is great for the fall season with the owl. This one for the summer. Another one for the summer. I like the color. And this is a new one that I just finished with bright summery colors, right? And I didn't know what to do with the mountain on the background. And I went for this blue purpley color and I think it's working great. If I went for the green one, I think it was just too much. So yeah, I'm happy with my decision. And the pink dragon with the pink orangey clouds and the flowers and yeah. I think it's a great combination. Another one that I really want to color when I'm on vacation, but we will see if I have the time. This one I went for the more muted color palette with some of the golds, the golden rod and green color, some maybe jasmine color. Yeah. And some golden gel pen to give it a little bit extra. I don't know if it will show up, but there is some gel pen all across the page. The background again with the paint pen, a Tuli Art paint pen. Yeah, I'm liking it. I like the color palette. It really gives this jungle vibe and yeah. Sometimes it is really challenging to come up with different color combinations for all the greens on every page. So I went in with a light gray light green gray light, I don't know. And the pale sage combined with the celadon green and yeah, I'm liking the color combination. It's different from the other pages. This one is a very dreamy one, right? The pastel colors for the background with the pink clouds and I think it's working very well together. I'm really in love with this page. And then I'm looking at this one and yeah, I'm not that happy with it. The process of coloring this one was nice. I had a lot of fun coloring all those leaves and you can see I highlighted the tips of the leaves with the paint pen and I really like the colors of the bird. If I had the page only this colored, I will be very happy with it. But yeah, and I think it's reminding me of a family tree with all the little animals and yeah, the girls in the tree. Very similar color palette. The yellows for the background, some oranges, some warm tones. Especially this one, I've colored it in the summertime last year, I think. There was a lot of shiny gel pen on the flowers. And it is the Pentel Dual Hybrid Metallic. And you can see it's already lost its shine. And I also talk about it several times on my channel. I know a lot of people really liking those Pentel Hybrid gel pens, and I'm also liking them at the moment that I apply them on my paper. And then we move on a few weeks and they are losing their shine. For this page, I'm okay with it. You can see the rest of the page is still shining, but yeah, my gel pens are really lost their glittery effect that there was at the start of the page. For this one, I went in with the Distress inks, had a lot of fun with them, and yeah, they really great in coloring books. And I like that you can create a totally different look of a page by just adding in some of the ink. So, yeah, a fun one. Another one, also with inks on the background. This one I've colored also in the summertime, I think 2 years ago. I had the color inspiration by a tree for my neighbors. They have this tree with the orange bright flowers in it in the backyard, and I was looking out of my window and I spotted it and I was inspired to color it because they were full blooming and beautiful, and yeah, that's where I got my inspiration for. This one I picked out so many times already to color and I still didn't color it. Maybe next year with Valentine's Day? I don't know. I might have colored it already by then, but yeah. This one I just finished with my, how do you say it, Molotov paint pens, and they're great. This one got a different nib size, different material. It is not tricky, it's smooth, it's really nice opaque. I'm liking it on the paper. And I like the way that I colored it. There is some shiny paint in the wings. But I like the pop of blue on this page. Otherwise it was very natural looking, right? So I went in with the blue and it gives just this extra. This background is also with the neo colors like the deer curl in the front. I must admit I'm not that happy with the background. I like the page way better before I added the background, but yeah. I've done it this way. I always can go in and black it out and let the coloring pop more off the page, but I think it's okay. Another one that I really like to color. I'm inspired to dive in and color this one, but I will wait until I go on the trip. This one is a pencil background that I'm not really happy with. I'm liking the poppies, but yeah, I think I said it before that I wasn't that fond of the background. I'm really liking the way that I have shaded the dresses of the girls, the fairies, and yeah, it's look like they are made out of the leaves of the poppy, right? The flower petals, and yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites because it got those muted colors and I think it's really working great together. I like the way the hair is looking. I like the shading on the page. This one is really making me happy. This one I also am liking, but not the background. I like that I went for a different border, a shimmery pink paint. It's working great together with the flower. I like the outline of the flower. Just not that happy with the pencil background. But it took me a lot of time, so I will leave it this way. A simple one. Not sure if it's done or if I want to add something in the background, but for now it's okay. I went with outlining for the flowers and it's working great every time, especially for the white flowers, I think. Then this is the page that I've colored with Eruditum pencils during summertime because in the winter they are really hard and I have trouble getting some pigment out of them. But at the moment, when the temperature are rising, they are working great and I'm able to color with them. So yeah, I have to remember myself to create a different page with them again during this summertime. For this one, a part of me wanted to have a matching set, right? Because those ships are here and yeah, the same dragon. And, oh, I'm sorry. But the other side of me wanted to create something totally different, have a more muted page, and I think it's okay. Even they don't have the same colors, they are beautiful together, and yeah. This one was especially a lot of fun to color because of the patterns were all the same, and I just colored it when I needed some relaxing time for my mind, and yeah, those pages are really perfect for it. Also this one or this one, you just go with the flow of the coloring. I think I've used the Amsterdam acrylic paint for this one because I can see some of the strokes, the brush strokes on the background. There is some of the glittery paint and yeah, it's very nice shining and I'm liking it. This one took me a long time to color, all those vines. And now I had a comment under one of the videos and she told me that she imagined it as hair and I think it's so funny. We all see different things in pages. I think the purple is suiting the page, the shimmery paint. And I like it that I add some extras to almost every page. There is some shimmery paint, there's some gel pen, or there is a little extra on the page. I finally was able to color this one. I picked it out for a few years for Mermaid, and this year it was the year that I colored it. This one was really relaxed to color. Also a mermaid picture. It was fun to color all the hair and relaxing. I like the color combinations a lot. I also like the color combinations that I went for this one with the oranges combined with the purples and working great I think. A more simple page, very muted color palette, one that I still need to color, and another one, a more simpler page also. Sometimes it's so nice to have the background already done and you don't have to think about it and yeah, just dive in, color the picture and be okay. Yeah. In the back of the book are more pages that I still have to color. I always pick out my pages by starting at the front and flipping and taking a look and yeah. Then I already have some of them and I forget the rest of the book, but that's okay. This one, I love the muted look of it. The pastel colors, it is just perfect. There is some pink, there is some orangey colors, there is some, yeah, to give it a little extra, there is some shine. And, yeah. For this one, I'm really happy with the bunny. I think it's one of my best bunnies I've ever colored. I like especially the eye of it, and yeah, I like the background color, the pink, purpley pink tone, and yeah. Also this one, it's one of my favorites. The way how I've colored the leaves is, yeah, beautiful. I think it's on video. There must be a video from a few years ago where I'm showing you how to layer and color the leaves, and yeah. This one is one from last month. I challenged myself to use a limited color palette, so there were only a few tones of brown and some of the greens, and yeah, I think it worked very well. This one I don't want to talk about. I'm not happy with it. Really not happy with the background. It's not suiting the page at all. And, yeah. This one was one of the first pages in the book, and I'm liking it. Only not the leaves. I think the flowers. I outlined it, and I don't know. No, those are not my favorites. And for this one, yeah, it was relaxing to color, dive in, and then I was left with the flowers and I didn't know what to do, so I jumped in with bright pinks, and yeah, it is what it is, right? For this one, I'm really happy with the deer and with the butterflies, and yeah, I like the color combination a lot, so I wrote it down. So every time that I have to color a deer in the book, I will use the same color combination because it was working, and yeah, buy to try again and find out different colors if it's okay for you, right? This one I colored first. I was totally not happy with the yeah, color composition of this one. I was really happy with the fox and with the house, and then I throw in all those colors for the clothing. So I knew when I saw this one, I had to change it up. I had to do something different to make it more cohesive look of the page. So I went in with the orange and the blues, and I kept it with the oranges and the blues, and yeah, it's working so much better. So I have to remind myself for the next time that there's a page with a lot of different people, that I have a limited color palette. It's a big double-sided spread to still have to color. This one I've colored for the Valentine's Day. It was one of the first in the book, and I remind myself coloring it. And I know that I was really happy with the glow on the leaves from the egg, and the glow on the little dragons, and yeah, the outlining. It took some time, but it was really relaxing to color it. And yeah, I'm happy with the colors that I went for with for the flowers. Yeah, nice one. I also like this little one. I think he's cute. I like the colors on his little house. The snail. I have to search for some birds now. But the background is too empty for me. I don't know. But I don't know what to do. So, yeah. The same story again, right? And then there's again the deer. And this time I went in with the purple, the blue, and some of the greens that there already were on the page. So I went in with the blues from the butterflies, some of the greens from the plants, and the purple from the flowers. And yeah, this way it feels more natural and not all over the place. I think it's working very well, and yeah, I think this one don't need the background. I was debating about it a lot, but I leave it this way. You can see I've colored some of the little elements on the page. because if you try to finish a whole book, those elements also need to be colored, right? I did some on video when I didn't want to tackle a big project. Those are great to do in between. This one, I'm really happy with the leaves. I think it's okay. And there is just one little bird with a girl left to color. And that was everything that I've colored so far. There are, I think, 20, maybe 21 pages left to color. It will be so much fun and it will be amazing if it will be finished one day. And I don't know how long it will take me. I try to color one page a month, and so far I've colored every month in the book. So that's great. Even I told myself it's okay to skip some months. I still went for it. So yeah. And you have seen this month I did a crazy amount. I will take it with me on vacation. So we will see if I find some time to add more color, having fun, and yeah. And maybe I don't have the time to color. That's also okay because I have to enjoy my vacation the way that I like to enjoy it at the moment. So we will see. We go with the flow. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time, and I cannot wait to show you the finished book one day. Bye!